before we hook up the VEVOR camping heater, let's put the cap back on the truck. We'll go ahead and throw on the clamps. Alright, now let's talk about this heater. Let's talk about what you get in the box with the VEVOR parking heater. Check it out. It got a really cool logo on it, right? This is the unit itself. It's got a gas fill right there in the middle, so you can see that. And then it's got the specifics about the unit itself on the side. You get the heating hose, which is kind of short. That was one of the things when I was unboxing it that I was kind of disappointed about, was how short this hose is, because I'm gonna have to run it up to the window in my truck in the cap, and this I don't think is gonna make it. Then you have the exhaust hose right here. Then this is the vent that actually goes inside of the truck camper. You have the muffler for the exhaust hose. You get two types of wires, or two types of connections. You have like a regular standard 120 like house power, and then you have this one that has the rings on it that you can hook up to a battery, which I was really happy to see both of these in the box. And then you have your feet, your hardware, and then also your CO cord. So let's put the feet on. I haven't read the instructions. You know, this is the book, but I haven't read the instructions. Let's just do it the man way. So we got the feet on, very stable, nice, raised up off the ground. I like that a lot, so you know you won't run a risk of causing a fire. Let's hook up the exhaust. The exhaust is on the back of the unit, right here at the bottom. So that's the exhaust. It's got a little plastic cap on it. And then we have our exhaust hose. For my application, I'm gonna have this probably on a stand. So the exhaust hose is gonna go in there. We probably need a clamp. It comes with some clamps in the box, so we'll use those and hook the exhaust up. Garage door open, so we're gonna start it up right here. Now they say 1 gallon of diesel fuel inside of this heater should last overnight. So I'm thinking like 8 hours, right? I got my funnel. Here's my 1 gallon of diesel. Pour that in. So we got our diesel inside of the heater. We have 3 ways to control this heater. We have a remote, we have the screen, and then we have the app. I must highly suggest that you get the app, because it's very the instructions are very convoluted inside of this book. The app is straightforward. So we'll just turn it on, you hit heat, you get the heat, you get a little voice on it. The app looks like that. Now, what does the app say? It's got the voltage that's going into the unit right now. So it's 13 volts. It also tracks the altitude and the shell temperature, or the ambient temperature around the outside, and then whatever you're trying to heat. So that's pretty damn simple. The app, you're gonna need the app. You're not gonna want anything else. Now, they separate like the levels of heat into gears, right? So inside of this little shell, I think I'm gonna be staying on 1 unless it's extremely, extremely cold. So all you do is touch. All right, so now it's telling me I'm on the 1st gear, and it should start to heat up. You'll hear the pump come on. I'll pull in a video so you can hear the pump come on. We got a lot of smoke come out the side of this thing when it first started up. But yeah, the app is where it's at. So if you want to control this unit, I suggest not using the remote unless you just don't have charge to your phone. The app is where it's at, and it's Bluetooth, yes. So let's wait. You hear that pump? That's pumping the diesel into the chamber. It's about to start up. We'll probably get a little smoke out of our exhaust, and then we'll pull up the vent hose in the front and see if we get any heat. So we got it running on gear 1. It's pumping out some decent heat out of this hose, man. Definitely can feel it. It's not gonna take long at all to like warm a truck camper up. And we have it on gear 1. I'm gonna let you guys hear what the unit sounds like on gear 2. It's raising up a little bit. Now it's telling me it's pumping out 435 degrees Fahrenheit out of the vent in the second gear. It's almost like you can't even hardly hold it. It's so much heat. So I have no doubt that this could definitely heat a larger RV easily. This heat is like almost like an industrial heat gun coming out of this thing right now. That's how hot it is. So let's talk about the things that I like about this parking heater from VEVOR and the things that I don't. I like the compact size of it. It was really easy to fill up, kind of pull out of the box, and we plugged it up. We got 2 ways to use power. We have regular just house power 120, and then we can also use a 12-volt battery. I like the fact that we have 3 ways to control it, even though I really just like the app. I think the app is the way to go. We do have the remote and the screen. The things that I don't like about this VEVOR heater is the exhaust to me is kind of short. I wish this would get away from my vehicle a little bit further. Then also the hose itself that's going to be pumping into the camper shell, that's way too short. So I got to figure out a way to be able to raise this up and get this heat into the camper shell. I'm gonna have to look for a longer hose. Now the price on the unit itself is pretty good. It's $150. Now this thing is built solidly. I got to admit, it's definitely built solidly. Just the instructions in it can be kind of confusing. That's why I'm definitely recommending everyone to, download the app, man. The app is the easiest way to get this thing started. It's very simple and straightforward. You run through your 6 gears, it tells you the current voltage. If you're using this with the use of a battery, you'll definitely be able to tell how much battery you're gonna be using overnight if you got this thing plugged in or during the day. I wish that they would have stepped up a little bit on the accessories that came with the heater itself. That would have definitely been really, really helpful. And be very careful when you're like filling the tank on this. Be paying attention to the fill line, because this thing will definitely overflow. It takes less fuel than you would think. But other than that, thank you, VEVOR, for sending this thing out and allowing me to test it. Definitely gonna be working really well in my truck camper setup. I'll see you guys next time, man. More gear to come. Peace.